Hi guys, so in this YouTube video we're going to be looking at how to measure the surface area of a cylinder. So in order to do that, what I've sort of done here is I've imagined that this cylinder was hollow and kind of like a box and a circular cylinder box that presents come in. And what I've done is I've pretended that I've cut slits around here and down the bottom here, and then slits up the top here. And if you'd imagine, if I were to lay that out flat, it might look something like this, or close enough. Okay, once again, nets really help us to be able to visualize exactly what we are, I guess, the shapes that we're trying to figure out the area for. So in order to calculate the surface area and the areas of these shapes, obviously we need to know these following formulas. So once again, straightforward, the area of a rectangle is area equals length times width. We've got a one area of a circle formula that we use, which is pi r squared, and then obviously we've got the two that we've done for the circumference of a circle. So we've got 2 pi r or pi d. They both work. So there's many ways that you can solve this problem, and it's really interesting, and I'm having some really good discussions this week with students, and we were talking about how, you know, there's so many different ways that we can go about solving these maths problems. It doesn't always have to be this one way, because once again, maths is solving problems. Yeah, so I encourage you, I've shown 2 ways in this video, but if you could show me another way, that would be fantastic. Cool. So I'll show you, in order to simplify things, obviously the area of this circle is going to be the same as the area for this circle. So I've labelled those two, area 1, and this one I've labelled area 2, my voice. Okay, so this is the first possible solution. So we've got SA, surface area, equals 2 times A1 plus the surface area, the area of A2. And what I have done here is I have added in my formulas. So I know that the area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay, because we're looking at 2, I need to say 2 pi r squared. Okay, plus this green part just in here. So obviously this part here is going to be the circumference, the length of the total circumference of this circle here. All right, so there is a bit of problem solving. So I know that the formula for the circumference of the circle, when we have the radius, we can use 2 pi r. Okay, so therefore I know that this length is going to be 2 times pi times r. Okay, and then when we are calculating the area of this rectangle here, we obviously times the length by the width. So we're going to be timesing this, which is 2 pi r, times the height. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute those values. So 2 times pi, okay, times 3, because here the radius is obviously 3. And then I'm adding on this side 2 times pi times this radius here, which is 3. And then again, I'm timesing it by 4. So once again, this part here, 2 times pi times 3, okay, is what I am using in order to calculate the length here, which I know is the same as the circumference of this circle because it's a cylinder. Okay, so now if I go 2 times 3, 2 3s are 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, and then I've got 6 times 3 is 6, 12, 18. So 18 times pi. And then I'm adding the green part as well. So once again, 2 times 3 is 6. And then if we times that again by 4, so 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, and then we're timesing it by pi. Now, if you put it into your calculator, please, please, please make sure you include the brackets. Okay, that is really, really, really important. Otherwise, you'll just get the wrong answer. Okay, so in this scenario, my total surface area to 2 decimal points would be 131.95 centimeters squared. That's just one way of doing it. But you can obviously do it different ways and break it up into smaller steps. So another way would be this one, possible solution B. Please come up with possible solution C, D, and E. I'd love to see it. Okay, so to make it more manageable, I'm going to do this in parts. So here I've got area 1 equals, actually I should have done that a bit differently. Oh well. Okay, so this part here, these areas here, equals 2 times pi r squared. So once again here, this is the area of, this is the formula for the area of the circle. Because we have 2 circles, I need to times it by 2. Okay, so I'm going to substitute those values. So 2 times pi, and obviously here the radius is 3. 3 squared is 3 times 3. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. Once again, the same as before. And then we've got 3 times 6, 6, 12, 18. Okay, times pi. Our answer is going to be 56.55 centimeters squared. Okay, so that is just for the area of these circles here. Then we could go ahead and do the area of this rectangular part here. So it would be length times width. Okay, so once again, the length of that, this part here, oh, my throat. The length times this part here is the circumference of that circle above. So we'll go 2 pi r times 4, which is going to be 2 times pi times 3, obviously, which is the radius, again, times that by 4. Now, 2 times 3 is 6 again, and then 6 times 4 is 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, 24 times pi is going to be 75.40 centimeters squared. Obviously, that we're not finished yet, okay, because it's asked for the, my voice, it's asked for the area, the surface area of the cylinder as a whole. So then we need to add those two together, and that's going to equal 131.95 centimeters squared. Please, please, please come up with some other ways to do this. I hope this video is better than the ones I've done previously, but we'll keep getting better. Doesn't help that I sound like a croaky voice. Cool. Now I'm going to figure out how to turn this Warlock off, which will be really fun. Good.